So, dangly arm, good posture, eyes to the horizon, juicy rolling in both directions, possibly adding your angel wing. Remember, if you're adding angel wing, to draw the arm right up to the ear and then circle back and around. And then also to maybe try the other direction. Circle back, draw up to your ear, feel the lats open, feel the ribs open, so pausing maybe for a little bit of side opening. And remember also to breathe smoothly, and the mouth, jaw and the lips and tongue are loose. And that, as I said, may well lead you, if comfortable, to a full, generous, slow, gentle, mindful arm circle. And also recall that if you are using any of these, you're going to pattern in both directions. Make sure that jaw isn't locked, no tension through that jaw, and you can just keep checking that your Pilates stance is really good and conscious, and that your feet are bearing weight evenly. Inhale, exhale, float the right arm to low V or out to the side, and then rolling pin arms, hand can be soft. So turning, roll all the way in. So this is internal rotation, and it also is a pattern common with rounded upper back and forward head placement, and especially keyboard warriors. Okay, so again, not good. Externally rotate, roll all the way back, so feel that happening. Of course, go faster if you can, move and change angles, and you can even go overhead. And then roll a little, both arms, both shoulders. And then we'll shrug and release both again. So draw up to the ears, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Squeeze. And then exhale as you melt and release away. And then float arms out. And remember, you can also be sitting in a firm dining room chair or sitting on your practice mat. Rolling both. So externally rotate, and as you externally rotate, let's be functional now. So squeeze the shoulders together, come out of Pilates neutral, bend your knees a little bit, and feel your front body open, and maybe even glance up towards the point where the wall meets the ceiling, so you find a little extension through the spine. And then roll in, so shoulders roll in as you stand, and pattern the other way. So rounding in, chin to chest, flexion of neck, and maybe your back palms will touch, and you can even a little bit hook them, and then really feel the flexion, the C-shaped curve. Press your feet evenly, squeeze and pull and tuck, and then unravel to stand. Depending how your body receives that action, maybe repeat. So rotate palms out, soften knees, and expand front line. Look forward or gaze up. Remember to breathe. And then curl in the other way, rounding in. And again, or standing and rolling. So one more, or standing and rolling. And then choose to sit in the foam chair or to sit and kneel. I'm just going to stay standing for the purposes of the demo. Place your right palm on the center of your forehead like this. So it just kind of, the palm can just sit or cup over your forehead, fingers can rest on top of the skull. And this is like your rudder or your guide to movement in the head and neck. So left arm is dangling, right hand is resting on forehead. Some people do place the palm on the crown, but it's quite nice to have a little bit of the heel of the hand on the forehead or hairline. Lovely, easy breathing. Now, this palm is going to let your movement integrate. So bring the eyes up as the hand and arm guides you. And then you might want to exhale and guide your head to look down at toes or look into belly or heart. So it's not that you're pushing your hand, but you are supporting a smooth head, neck, arm, shoulder movement. And first of all, you're literally nodding up and down. You can use 3 or 4 of these, or 5 or 6. So I'm going pretty slow for the demo. And then center when you're ready and guide to right. So eyes are open, guiding to right. And then centering and guiding over to left. And that's going to be tricky because it's, well, I think it's a little tricky, but it does create this lovely feel sense of releasement on the right side body. So you feel like there's a little rotation. Breathe and feel. And then center, and we'll go again. Turn right, guidance by the arm rudder. Breathe in, breathe out, and turn, guide left. Okay, and then slide that hand top of crown, so the elbow comes outwards. Lovely breath, and then slide the palm towards your left ear. So you might be touching the shell of your left ear or just cradling over the top. And let this arm be soft, but don't let it drag you in. So eyes to horizon, and then assist the space on the left side of the neck. So as you draw your head to the place what's suitable for you, you're bringing right ear to right shoulder, but then you can place a little bit more pressure, pull sensation. Pause here and breathe, breathe, breathe. And then slide the hand to right ear and gently press your head back to center. And you can, of course, repeat those actions. So let's slide over again. Right hand to the left ear, right hand to left ear. I'm doing the same, I'm not mirroring you. And then draw right ear to right shoulder. Try and make it clean. Feel it. Breathe through it. Relax it. And then slide the right hand to the right ear and press head back to center. And then release that arm. And give yourselves a little shake, little dancey. Remember how we started with those little walking legs? Maybe even a pelvic circle. And even full body stretch, because you have to have a lot of patience and gentle mindfulness with these movements today. And, you know, please don't get bored. So let's go with our arm rudder for some soft, gentle neck explorations. Place your left palm on the left forehead, left palm on your forehead or towards the hairline. And even as you do that, notice the difference in how your arm meets the hand on each side. And then tip the head back a little bit, or even quite a lot. So yogis, we're quite used to really looking up to the sky. If you can manage that, do so. And then assist a gentle movement as you tip the eyes down. Eyes are open. Eyes open all the way through this. Look into chest, neck or head, and you can repeat that. And it's nodding. So you might find that's a really familiar movement for you, and you can move faster. The weight of your hand is just feeling very self-soothing. So let that guide you. You can do a few more, but let's carry on. So we're going to allow the head to turn left with the arm rudder and rotate as far as you can go. You may be looking beyond that inner elbow. And then guide your head back to center. Remember to breathe. And then try and turn right. So as you turn right, I know that you can turn further right without the arm there. But this is about integration. You'll feel a lovely release, I think, along that right side shoulder. Turn a little bit more if you can. Inhale, exhale, and then come back. Do that again. Going left, left, left. Turn left, eyes left. Arm is on the left. Everything left. And then keep that rudder arm there and let your guidance be to the right. Breathe and feel. And then your center, and then we'll slide the left elbow out like an angel wing, like a coat hanger. Refresh your stance, be conscious. Slide the left hand over to the shell of the right ear if you can, or just wherever that hand goes. I've got really long arms, so it might be different for you. And then draw with assistance mildly the left ear to the left shoulder and linger there for a moment. Savor that space. The right collarbone is broad and open. The chest is light. Might even want to close the eyes. Breathe and linger. A little bit of assist from the weight of the arm bones. And then slide the left hand to the left ear and just press your head back to center. And you can let this go now or repeat. Left ear to left shoulder. Faces forward. You can probably see yourself in your mirror. And breathe. And then hand to the left ear and send it back. And then release and roll. And then just turn your head left and right without assistance. Turn left and right, you know, and try and turn left and right cleanly without carrying the trunk with you. And then, by the way, when you let the ear draw to the shoulder without the arms, so with arms dangling, what is another beautiful way of releasing your neck is as the ear comes towards the shoulder, so watch that shoulders don't start to creep up. So I'm going to linger with right ear to right shoulder. My face is forward. So I'm looking at the screen and is forming the idea of a mirror. Now I'm going to keep the ear to the shoulder, but take my gaze up by 2 inches. So just glancing to the ceiling. And then I'm going to keep the ear to the shoulder, face forward, and then tuck the chin into the collarbone. Now there is the money spot for me. When I tuck my chin to the chest with the ear to shoulder, I get a really good feel sense on these muscles here, the sternocleidomastoid, the left, anyway, the muscles in the neck that can get very tense, yeah? And dangle the jaw and then slowly bring yourself back and definitely stay seated on that dining room chair or stand and breathe, because movements of the neck, especially if you've ever suffered dizziness or vertigo, have to be with complete eyes open mainly. Just always, you can close the eyes when you reach the place of sweet spot, but slow and measured, because you know, it's a delicate area. And you might want to do that on the left ear to left shoulder, face forward, maybe slowly feel new angle as you glance up, see that, and then maybe you look down, and you feel what is happening around that side of the neck and shoulder, and then float head back to center. Okay, so now come down to lying. And when you come down to lying, you'll be lying on your back, of course, and you will be in supine semi, and you'll be floating the arms above the collarbones. So the arms are above you. It's as if you're holding a football or a beach ball, but not a big gym ball. So make sure that your arms are shoulder distance apart. And then settle down, and feet are resting. So you might want to slide your feet a little further away. I wouldn't have the legs long because that distorts your back. So have neutral spine, neutral pelvis, centered. So reach your right fingers up towards the sky with a super long arm. It will pull a little bit on your head, and then slide the right arm down. The shoulder blade will relax, but try not to bend your elbow and drop your arm. So arms are long, delete your elbows. Lengthen, lift and reach your left fingers and thumb and hand towards the sky like you're picking fruit from a tree. The shoulder blade will leave the mat and then slide and glide back down. Breathe and reach and release and reach and release. Reach right, release, reach left, release. Okay, so can you continue with your alternates? And this is not Pilates shoulder drop. So when you reach and then release and then you lengthen and then release. We're looking to find protraction and retraction of the scapulae, but especially also the retraction, and to not find it with shoulders in your ears, and to not find it with an internal rotation of the arm. So it's quite clean, and you're extending, and as you reach through right, it will pull the left back to earth, and as you reach through left, it will pull the right back to earth. So you'll start to find a rotational element in your ribs and in your trunk, and this is about scapulae mobilization. So keep going. It may need 10 or 15 or 20 repeats for you to free that area. So breathe and feel, soft in the face. And then I'm standing to show you the demo. Just maybe touch your thumbs together or lightly clasp your fingers. Option is also to wrap and hold your wrist. So we were up with the arms long, and then you're going to bend the elbows and take the hands above your heart center, but you're still lying in supine semi. And then circle your arms around your chest and trunk. So they might come overhead. Remember your supine semi, and think of the direction you're going, and circle around yourself with, and you'll hold on to the index fingers or thumbs or lightly interlace the fingers. Breathing. You can move slower, you can move faster, and then circle the other way. It's literally like it's a really beautiful way of creating an upper torso release. So more movement, not less. So please don't feel glued to the mat in that static Pilates concentrated corsetry. Feel free. You've circled about 6, 8 or 10, and you're going in the other direction, 6, 8 or 10. Good. Okay, and then finally, because time is of the essence, roll to your left side, tuck your knees, roll onto your left hip, and usually I would suggest you have a pillow and cushion here, especially if neck is tense, but it's also okay to let the head rest on the blanket or the mat. So choose to put your cushion here or not. Okay. Sorry. Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment, so please leave your... Okay, sorry guys. Isn't that just the way? When you're trying to record something, something goes wrong. Okay, so let's extend the right arm forward. So feel that same retract and protract. So right palm on top of left, and then slide it forward, and it will pull the head and neck a little bit, and then roll and squeeze it back. So as you draw back, feel the action in your scapulae, and then float the right arm up to the sky, look to the thumb. Remember your knees are tucked, you're comfortably lying on your side, and then open out. This is classical Pilates arm opening. Look to the right thumb, open out, and maybe as you land, you'd like to let the hip travel with you. So you might want to let the knees unglue and just come out of that strict Pilates method and let your spine open out, torso opens, and it's opening a doorway. And then we'll exhale back and reach that right arm beyond the left. And of course you can move faster, but essentially this action here that I call this saw, S-A-W, it's literally like you're sawing a plank of wood here with your arm rolling, is fabulous. So don't miss out on that, and try not to pull the head up. So I'm only lifting because I'm trying to look in the screen. And then rise on the inhale, exhale, open out, and then lay on your back, roll to your back. Let the arms be in a low V or T, and roll the hips. So let's have some reciprocal rolling through the hips and pelvis. And then of course you're going to roll onto your right side and repeat your side line. So you're on your right side, left palm on top. SAW, saw the arm forward and back a few times. Protract, retract, extend and release. Open the arm to sky, look to thumb, inhale, and then as you exhale, fully open out. Stay there, breathe and enjoy. And of course, exhale back round and extend. Retract, protract, inhale to sky. Look at your thumb, eyes open. Head, neck must follow the entire movement. And then you've got your body back on the back of the mat. Roll onto your back. Hug your knees in. And then you might want to place the feet flat. Last action today. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your skull. Lay the elbows open if you can. And notice what pressure is through the earth. Pressure through the feet. Pressure through the buttocks and pelvis. What is contacting you? How is the left scapulae in the right? How is the left elbow in the right? Are the arms lifted away from earth? Have you got one elbow up, one down? And that suggests tension around the front line or other aspects. And then tuck the chin, lift your head, bring the elbows in, and as you curl the chin in, just enough flexion of your neck, and of course this requires core activation in the front body as you just wrap into that curl, and then open out, breathe in and lay the arms open, just have a little wiggle, and maybe do that twice more. Inhale, open, exhale, hoodie, 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 curl, and inhale, open. Please don't rush this, and exhale and curl in. And then you'll rise to sitting in a safe way. Arms can rest on your lap, or of course you may have come to sit back into your foam chair. This is just one practice. Please enjoy many, many more. Do something healthy movement every day. Thank you everybody for being here.